Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and appreciate you taking the time to visit and check out my video. And we are here back in LFM, and I wanted to try here in Snetterton Circuit. I mean, I haven't had good races here, so I was going to try to see if I could do something here in LFM again, and took a break, and also see if I can have a good race here. I mean, I like this circuit. I'm okay here, but I mean, it just seems like, you know, it's not too popular and on the competition server. So let's see if we can have some good racing here. It's definitely different. I'm in the Audi EVO2. Qualified 4th. Really good time for me. I got 47.0.
Green light, go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Hopefully I don't mess up like I did the last race. I tried to do a race earlier and I just screwed up big time. Yeah, I just totally lost my brake marker and took a guy out. I finished the race in 10th. I apologize to him, it was totally my fault. Park, looking good.
This has been your personal best.
qualified, like I said, a 47 flat or 03 or something like that. Probably definitely the best time I've had since the update. Front's down a little bit. Audi up there in the front, where it's like a 46.5 on the pole there. He's flying. Ferrari's right on my bumper. That Beamer's way wide.
Step so far. A great race. That was better. Struggling to keep up.
Car feels pretty good. All over me.
Into the car ahead of sector 1.
Lost some time back there. Tires look good. Man, what a battle with this Ferrari. Good grief. Man, this guy's consistent. It. I'm having a terrible lap here. Definitely not going to hold on to this. I keep doing this. He lost it. I messed up and he messed up. Let's go.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
On. Dang, come! What the heck? Gonna be all over me here in this lap. For some reason my tires are overheated now on the right side. Better than this. Better, much better. I'll take that. That's what I need to be doing right around that. Every lap.
Losing to the car ahead in sector 1.
right back on me again. My tire's getting overheated. Uh-oh, somebody's off. Better. You go into too hot and it totally screws up your drive coming down here. Great race. On. That's better. Last lap.
Let's finish the race.
Oh, that's it.
P3, we're on the podium. Excellent job, mate. Well managed all the way through.
Woo! What a race. Man, that was a great race. Man. That was just awesome. I mean, really, the Ferrari, I think, had a little bit more pace than I did. But, you know, it's so hard to pass, you know. I mean, as long as I'm hitting my marks and all that, he's so close that he's, you know, just couldn't get around. Oh, man, that was a dynamite race. So, we'll come back, and of course we'll go over the Motec and see what it looks like, see if there's any adjustments that can be made, and we'll come back to the track after it's all over. Alrighty, and we're back here. Came back to the track, and just before we get started, looking at the data, I just want to say, well, that was one of the best races I've had in LFM, definitely in the top. It was really fun and challenging. Really give, I think his name was Farvo, but I give him credit as far as, you know, just a good clean race, and just, you know, he's pushing really hard, and we were both pushing hard. But again, that's really fun. I mean, I really had a good time with races like that. And without a doubt, the best race I've had at Snetterton Circuit. I mean, that was a really fun race, and it's just so tough to pass there. So it makes it a really challenge if you don't have a distinct advantage somewhere. It makes it really tough, or the guy in front's got to make a mistake, which I made that one big mistake. Still got the frog in my throat, but he made the mistake at the same time, and we kind of, you know, if he would have not done that, he would have easily got the position, because I went in there too hot and come in there sideways, and luckily I didn't lose it, and I gained some time from him. But, you know, really, if he would have just went through there like normal, he would have easily just probably went right around me. But that's how, you know, it's a tough place. I mean, really tough, you know, as far as making mistakes. But I was really happy with the Audi. The EVO2, I think, again, one of my better races there, and probably it is my fast lap personal best as far as post 1.8 update, because, you know, I mean, you know, I'm still kind of catching. I don't race here a lot at Snetterton Circuit, since, you know, in the CP race, if it's on there, I don't even bother, because, you know, you go in there and you might have 4 or 5 or 6 cars or something if you're lucky. So again, I mean, I like it. It's not a bad place. It's just, you know, different. Just it has its own unique challenges. So let's go to the setup, and here we go. So we'll go over the setup, and then we will go over the data. I'll go turn these down a couple on this right side, because they were getting hot on those tires. But we got 24.8 left front, 25.4 left rear, and 26.2 right front and right rear. The toe on the front is a negative 0.16. with the camber at negative 3.8 on the left front and negative 3.6 on the right front, with the caster at 13.6. And the toe on the rear is a positive 0.1, with the camber at negative 3.1 on the left rear and negative 2.9 on the right rear. Here, I got all the wear is pretty decent, but I mean, it's not bad. And the spread is really good here also, so that's why I have a little bit more negative camber on the left side, to get the spread is even on both sides as far as the inner to the outer. And one thing I haven't tried is to go even more. It seems like this Audi likes that, because I did try less negative camber, and it seemed to slow the car down some. So basically, it seems like it likes the negative camber, or, you know, some cars don't. This car does. So again, you know, it might be worth it to go up to max and go to 4 and go to 3.8 or something like that, and see how it reacts, and maybe go up even a little more. So that's something, again, maybe a little bit more tuning involved to try it and see how it works between the tire wear and the performance. Of course, I gave it some more negative toe, trying to give it some still turn in, because to compensate with the negative camber, I want some turn in. Otherwise, especially those 2 corners where you got to do those, you know, pretty much 90-degree turns, or those sausages, you need to be really, really exact there. And I just like the car to react instantly. So, you know, you could even maybe try up to negative 0.2, maybe would even be better. So again, it's a few little things, just ideas to try. Electronics are 3, 3, and 3. Fuel, of course, I had 50 liters, and that was just enough. Number 1 brake pad. Mechanical, I had 3 on the anti-roll bar, 54 on the brake bias, which I did go down to 53. Steering was 13. Springs on the front are 174,000 with a bump stop rate of 600 and a bump stop range of 3. And on the rear, the springs are 163,000 with a bump stop rate of 800 and a bump stop range of 20. Any roll bar is 2, and the preload on the diff is 80. Here, not a lot to really go through. I think it's all really pretty close. Shocks on the front, we have 10, 6, 30, and 26. And on the rear, it's 12, 10, 20, and 18. So let's go ahead and go over Motec and see what it looks like. And that's the fast lap during the race, not the qualifying, because qualifying I didn't have I was lower on fuel, so maybe you see it changes a little bit. You can see that it is a little different when you go to that. But this basically is, it's close, but it's a little bit different. But again, that's the 147.42 or 41, whatever it was. That's what it was, my fast lap during the race. So we'll go off of that. It's not that big a difference. It doesn't look too bad. So we'll take a look. That's 50.4. So just a teeny bit over. This could come down a little bit because these are all bunching up here, and this is getting pretty steep. So again, and the thing is, they're both really the same. If you look at both sides, they're pretty much the same. That's a little over 50, and it's doing the same thing. So you can do the same adjustment, pretty much equal to both sides. So we'll go back and take some out of both the fast and slow rebound, because you can see how this comes up and how it jumps up here. So it's you rather have it more equal, and actually wish it was more down here. So we'll take a few out of that, and you can see it's got a lot in it. So we'll just knock it down a couple, and knock this down a couple. So we'll do that to both sides. So just a couple clicks, and that should bring this down some. Might have to have some more, but it still should help it. It still should come down. The whole thing should drop down just a little bit more, a little bit better rake here. So let's look on this side. We got 49.6. That's not bad. Again, it's kind of bunching up here, and it's doing the same thing. This side's 49.5. So they're both really equal. But it looks like, again, it needs to drop down a little bit to get this to be more of a slope. So we'll do that. So again, I'll just knock it down a couple. See how that goes. And then we'll look at the back. And that's 50.8. So again, it's a little over. And it's a little, it's not a bad rake, but it's just a little bit too high. And see, this one's 49. This is a little over 50. So again, just a little over, a little higher than the other side, but again, pretty close to the same. So again, we'll just knock that down a couple. The same thing, and just see how, hopefully that should be good. So again, we'll knock it down just a few clicks. Go back, and that's 48.9, so it's a little over 49, and that's 49.7. So again, not too bad. Really, it maybe one click because it's already below it, and just a little high. Actually, what needs to drop down is the fast bump is really what needs to go down, because this is maybe one click, but really that's maybe not even that, because it's not bad. It's just this needs to come down, but in the middle here is where it's sticking up. So again, one click at the most, but what needs to come down is this end here. That needs to drop down to more of a linear type scale instead of it being equal up here. So let's see if that would. So basically just we'll just drop that one, but we'll drop the fast rebound 3, or fast, not rebound, but fast bump. I'm sorry, fast bump. So again, that's adjustments. So hopefully that should work a lot better. I don't think it worked bad anyway, but that should even give it a little bit more improvement as far as taking some of the bumps and things like that. So happy with that. Let's go over the aero. Got 55 in the front, 61 in the rear with a max 5 wing and a 3 and a 3 in the brake ducts. And the front aero variation is a negative 2.9. Now, the other race that I did before this one, I had a 4 wing. And so you can probably do that if you're trying to qualify. Maybe you can get away with it, so you could try that. But I mean, to me, in my driving style, I think I worked better with just the maximum wing because I'm more of a late breaker and more of, drive it in, rotate it, and shoot out type of thing. So, again, that's more of my style. So, but if you rather go with one less wing, it shouldn't be a problem. The only thing you got to do is you could try it just the way it is, or you might just go down to 1 right there, and that's it. That's all you'd have to do. That's what I had in the other race. I was basically that. That's what I had. I had the same ride height with the 4 wing, and my times were actually a lot slower. So my times were running in the 48s pretty consistently. So I was not running as fast. So again, here, you got to do some really, really tough braking zones that are really you got to drive it in. And of course, you really just, you need the downforce and some of those crazy long sweepers and long turns, gradual turns and stuff like that. So again, I just went with this, and it seemed to suit me a lot better. But again, I'll make this put a link in the description for a setup, so you can get the setup that way if you would like it. And of course, I didn't say anything, and if you're still with me, I really appreciate it because again, watching my whole videos really helps me. So again, if you want to shout that out to say you've watched the whole thing, I appreciate it and say thank you. And but I did run an earlier race, like I said earlier, with the Audi, and I took a guy out, which was totally my fault. I just lost my braking zone, and I tried to hit the grass to miss him, but I hit him anyway. And I still finished 10th. I came back and finished 10th, but still, that was my fault, and I said I was sorry. And then last week, I did run Nürburgring in LFM. I just didn't record it. I mean, I was in a very bottom tier. I won that race in the Lamborghini at Nürburgring, and it was a decent race. It was okay, but I didn't record that. So, but anyway, I'm just trying to work on it slowly and work on my rating and getting my rating up. And let's go. I didn't go look at that, so maybe we should go look at the rating and see how that goes. So let's go check that out. All right. Hey, now we're getting somewhere. My safety rating is way up. All right. So, got 0 points. And it went up 0.5. So, I'm up to 5. Now I can do the other longer races, which I really want to do because I really enjoy those too, with the pit stop and stuff. So, I really enjoy those. And my ELO went up 84. So again, it's in the toilet, but I mean, still, I'm making a little bit of progress coming back up. So again, I'm gonna keep working on it, and again, trying to slowly make progress. So, but again, I mean, let me know if you like it or not. I'd really appreciate it. Any feedback or comments are great. Thank you for us again, for hitting over 5,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone. And I sure hope you give me a like here and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I hope you come back and visit again. Y'all take care. See ya.